Hello everyone. So let's just begin with the part which I missed or skipped yesterday, where I wanted to tell you about the variable names. So there are certain conditions or constraints that you have for variable names. It cannot start with the number. It can only consist of alphabets, numbers, and underscore. Name must start with alphabets or underscore. That's where the variable name should start with alphabets and underscore. Variable names are case sensitive. You can assign multiple values to them. So what you can do is you can write down x is equal to y is equal to z, and you can write down a single value, might be an integer, number, integer, float, or a string, or any other kind of a data that you want to store in those three variables. Or what you can do is you can write down x comma y comma z, and then you can provide equal to three different values. So can be 5 comma string I am and comma 8.3. So that's how you can define the multiple values or assign multiple values to variable. And then global functions or global variables. In fact, this is wrong. It should be global variables. So global variables are variables defined outside any functions. So those are called global variables. That's the only thing that I wanted to cover about the day 4, which I was not able to cover yesterday. The next thing, let's just cover about the day 5 things. So here we are talking about numbers and casting. So number types are three built-in number types that we have. We have int, we have float, we have complex. So if we talk about the first one, which is common for everyone, the variable takes the type of data you supply. So what I mean here is it takes any type of a value. That's number one. The other is it casts itself into that type in which the type of value you provide. For example, x is equal to 4. We create x as an integer variable at the time till 4 is being saved into it. And what is an integer? Integer is a whole number and can be positive or negative. It has unlimited length, but it cannot consist of decimals. That's where the integer is. If I talk about the float, if you define x is equal to 2.40, you're creating a float type variable. And a float type variable can consist of number, negative or positive with decimals. Complex type, again, it is x is equal to 3 plus 5j, or might be x is equal to 2j, where you create x as a complex variable type because you're providing it a complex data into it. What is j? J is an imaginary part of the value. And what does j represent? J represents square root of -1. And that's where we are talking about the complex data type, which is mostly used in scientific purposes. The next thing is casting, conversion from one type to another. So if you have a data type, or if you have a data in one format and you want to change it into a different format, you call the classes constructors where you put in the values. So float class constructor is called with 10, and that will convert 10 into 10.0, sorry. And then x is equal to integer 2.4 will convert it into x is equal to 2. And x is equal to str 4.5 will change 4.5 into string and save it in x. And that's where the casting comes in picture. So with that, I've covered the day 5 as well. Thanks for listening and good day. Bye-bye.